What's good, superstars? Back with another Vivi video. You got Superstar Joe. You got the Superstar fam in the building. How's it going, fam? How do you like that one? You just got beat up by my heartbeat. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you guys all had a great day. If you're on Twitter at all, it was a fun time. We were sharing all kinds of laughs. I'm going to get into that in just a sec. But if you are new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. You never know what crazy, wild topics we're going to be talking about on our vids. But today we got a spicy one. I promise you that. Hit the bell notification and you'll know whenever we post. You can also join the VIP. Hit the join button underneath the video. It's $2.99 a month. Access to draw spreadsheets, price predictions, all my buys and sells, star in the universe, first dibs on merch, first dibs on mostly anything new that comes to the channel that we got a bunch of stuff planned for. So if you're in that program, you will have first access to everything. Also, we're doing some rankings for the Vivi Collectibles with Omi Daily Burn, and that spreadsheet will be available only to VIP until it is actually completed, which is going to take weeks on weeks. And then at that point, it will be open to public and everybody can have a look at it and reference it or whatever. So that's another perk that you guys can have. Also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Discord in the description. Go there and chat it up with us whenever we're not filming, whenever we're not doing the video, which is between every single day because we post every single day. And we have a PO box if you want to send us something to become a Superstar Hall of Famer. Quickly, we're going to get into the Vivi Twitter. This one's going to be a little bit of a chatter at the end here. So Vivi Twitter, you will see they wrote, if you haven't checked out Matt Gondek's Clean Break podcast, now is a good time to dig in. And the first video that they shut out here is my interview with David Yu. So Matt Gondek, obviously artist on the platform, has an interview with David Yu. Actually, Matt Gondek surprised me how well spoken he was and how well he conducted himself. So really good speaker, talker. So I think you guys should definitely go subscribe to the Clean Break podcast. I think it's on Spotify as well, a bunch of different places. But yeah, go check out his page. He's got a link tree there, and you can follow him and follow his podcast. Definitely I'm gonna be clipping a piece of it for this video. I want you guys to hear. So, but yeah, definitely go check out the original. It's an hour long, and it's a lot of information. It's a good video podcast. Next, we get a little bit more details on the Shuri as Black Panther drop. I actually haven't seen this yet. So, shout out to Matthew Lambie for giving us a little bit of tidbits as these other comics have come out. So 10K mints, $6.99. So standard drop. So that is coming out Thursday. Then we also got this drop here. I mean, Chucky, in honor, I guess, of him being able to take it the distance at the Vivi 500. Obviously, David Yu is supporting his boy by releasing him and Tiffany, his bride Tiffany. It's a Valentine's theme type thing. They embark on their journey of terror and love. This also drops on Thursday. So we are getting a comic and a collectible. So the comic is at 8 a.m. Pacific, and this is at 12 Pacific. So if you're in the East Coast, it's going to be 12 and 3, or 11 and 3. 11 is a standard drop, and then the next one will be at 3 o'clock Eastern. So that is that. Vivi's wishing everyone a happy Valentine's. Another thing that they're dropping Friday, they have these pop-up card series. It says that they're interactive. Looks like it's going to be a bunch of princess stuff again. It's a princess series, and it's got like a little, I bet you it stays closed, and then you click it, and it goes, and maybe there's some music, who knows, but it says that there are 4 of them, and it will be magical interactive collectibles. So you got to assume that like these red dots might be like little poofs that come out. I don't know. We'll see what it's about. Again, probably would have preferred a 3D Belle figurine. Never thought I would ever say that in my life, but probably would have preferred a 3D of these collectibles, but it is what it is. You're getting pop-up cards, and it's the first of the type of collectible that Vivi has come up with. So if you're into first of mediums of types of collectibles, that will be coming on Friday. I'm wondering the price. It's a card, right? Like, what do cards go for in real life? $5-10? I'm sure that these will be over 20, but we will find out. Shout out to Salsakesh getting the Vivi official retweet on his 1-of-1 masterpiece. He posted this a couple days ago. He had the collectibles in front of the 1-of-1, and it just fits the theme. You got the heart for Valentine's Day. Fantastic Four there. Mr. Fantastic Sue Storm. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece, and I'm happy that a superstar. And look, we're even in there. We're even in there on the retweet. So we're on the Vivi official webpage, but that's not where it stops. That's not where it stops. We're gonna get into our Twitter now. The Gale started us off right. He started us off right on Valentine's Day. It doesn't cost a thing. Show some love. Make someone smile today. I hope you guys go out there, brighten somebody else's day. I'm telling you, there's nothing better. There's nothing better than making somebody else feel amazing and feel happy. So if you can spread some love, it doesn't have to be a Valentine, doesn't have to be any of that stuff. You don't have to be in a relationship. Just making somebody else happy doesn't cost anything, and it just makes you feel good. I'm telling you. You guys got to go click this. This is an Instagram link. It is an augmented reality Toy Story. The guy has like a VHS, opens it up, and you can like move your finger on the VHS and it plays it on the top. It's crazy. Mind blown. Shout out to Alex and Crypto for posting that. He thought Juju was dead. It is not. Valentine's Day Juju for Mitchell Locklear getting 2 secret rares. 2 of 3 went first. It wasn't even going to go for it, but I did try my new technique. Working wonders, superstar money, bunch of stars. Mitchell's got the Juju, all right? It's just a coincidence that he has the same name as the product director now at Vivi, all right? Mitch and Mitch, but he's got Super Juju and 2 secret rares. Congrats, Mitch, for getting that. Double Quill, she is also shouting out about the David Yu interview on Matt Gondek's channel. So definitely a lot of hype going into that. Obviously, we put this out, and then Vivi saw it, so then they decided they want to retweet it as well. But Salsakesh, I'm very proud to call you a superstar. Loved meeting you in person, and he's also got a website if you want to check out. Like it's a one where they put out all the words there. I forget what it's called. Let's check it out quickly. Salsakesh, shout out to you. Vivipedia. So he's got all the it's like an encyclopedia of Vivi words. You got to go check it out. It's actually really cool. Like for somebody maybe not in the space to learn a little bit of the lingo, the slang. I asked a bunch of people. I'm like, you guys want to be my Valentine? Got mixed reviews. I thought I would be having all the people line up to be my Valentine, but we had some naysayers, some haters, you can call them, some haters. But it's okay because it's all love over here. And I want to share the Valentine's Day spirit with as many people as possible. Maybe there's some people who don't have a Valentine, want to be the Valentine for those people. So shout out to you. If you need a Valentine, we are always there for you. Quid, they're coming out with some kind of long-awaited collection, and I heard it will be interoperable with a special blank verse. So I don't know what that's about. I'm going to be definitely keeping tabs on that to find out what it is, but kind of interesting that the word interoperable was used in this tweet because I got a lot to say on that in a couple minutes here. And obviously my first thoughts when I saw the Chucky drop was Vivi Magic is going to be stacking these. I know that she doesn't really love Chucky to win the race, but I think that it's only because she really loves Chucky and wants to have all of them to herself. She's like putting on this facade where it's like, I hate Chucky, guys, trust me, FUD, 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 FUD. But then in the background, it's like, buy, 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 buy. And buying it cheaper, right? Buying it cheaper. And then once she has all the Chuckies, she's going to be like, I got all the Chuckies. And then she's going to say, guys, Chucky is the best. I was just joking. Promise me that you think that's going to happen. I think that will happen as well. So big story here. All right. Vivi Digital Collectibles following Superstar Money now. It's been a long time coming. I mean, I never thought I would see the day when this would happen. I went on Vivi's Twitter and I said, Vivi, will you be my Valentine? And they said, I thought we already were. And I said, I follow my Valentines. And then basically they had no choice. I had their hands tied behind their back. And they're like, he got us. He got us. They followed back. And now me and Vivi, we're Valentines. All right. Hashtag hearts for Vivi, my Valentine. Verena Kruger, she's been having some trouble with her ticket number. It got closed and then she got a new ticket. Something's happened in her account. She can't get access. They think it's fraudulent. I said, if you really, really need it, maybe submit another ticket. She did that, and she wasn't getting a response for the longest time. So I just wanted to share it out there. And it seems that Vivi has actually responded to her and is trying to deal with it. So, I mean, good or bad, I'm just glad that they got back to the ticket. And hopefully it's resolved. Hopefully there was no fraudulent stuff happening, and then they can get to the bottom of it. That being said, I don't know for good or for bad, but I'm just glad that the ticket is being answered. I came out with a Valentine's Day poem. Should I say it? I know you guys really want to hear my poem voice. I know Ed's going to clip this, so let me go. A Valentine's Day poem. I asked everyone to be my Valentine today. Some might say too many Valentines is not okay. I got no's and I got yeses. Vivi giving us more princesses. Vivi Magic might think it's yucky, but we're getting Tiffany and Chucky. Happy Valentine's Day, Vivi fam. I think that was a masterpiece. I think you got to put me on payroll, Vivi. I'm putting out amazing, amazing poems for you guys. You can share that, put that on a billboard. You're going to get instant sales, I promise. But yeah, definitely, if you guys got poems in mind, I would love to hear them. I would love reading them on screen. I love my poem voice. And I think, Vivi, you got to do a spaces, just poems. Just poems. If you don't do it, I'm going to do it. And I want to hear from you guys. Who's in? Who's going to be writing poems for the poem spaces if we do it? Yeah. Hananu, shout out to you. Today is a good day, folks. Hug your loved ones, whoever that may be. Spend time with your kids. Kiss that special someone. And most importantly, tell them you love them. Not financial advice. The juju is real. Couldn't be more true of a statement. Spread the love. Spread the positivity. That's what it's all about. Then we got Fro Ecomi killing it. The Omi circle is red. The Vivi heart is blue. I'm waiting for it to change. Finger snaps with superstar money. Women by Vivi, we love you. Bam. Look at that. He wins. He got graphics with his poem. You cannot beat that. And then obviously Women by Vivi gets their own. Roses are red. NFTs are the new art. Vivi Collectibles have stolen my heart. My wallet is empty, but my love is true. I'd do anything for a rare digital. Pikachu. What do you think about that? I think sometimes you need to wear the glasses, right? You need to wear a black turtleneck. Maybe if we do poem spaces, I got to dress up, even if you can't see me. Guys, that is that. So now I want to get into the big news here. Okay, so this is from Gondex Podcast with David Yu. Shout out to Dino for actually streaming it on his YouTube. It's a little bit easier for me to play this way, so you guys can have some sound. I want to play a certain clip where he's talking about interoperability, and I'm going to give my opinion. I might pause it as we go here because he gives a couple points, and there's just some things I don't agree with. So let's get into that. Let's see it.
I did ask my Twitter, I'm going to be speaking with Vivi, and what kind of questions would you ask? And the unanimous topic was one word, which was I can't even pronounce it, interoperability, which basically means, for everyone listening in layman's terms, I think everyone pretty much knows that if you buy a traditional NFT off of an NFT platform, it goes in your wallet and you can kind of transfer that NFT anywhere you want. But David, with your platform, Vivi, you go open your iPhone or your Samsung phone, you go into the Vivi app, you buy a Vivi collectible, and it lives on that app, essentially. You cannot transfer it, which I think is something that a lot of your customers are questioning when that's going to be able to move, or is it ever going to move? But you said yourself earlier in this talk about the security aspect. So I just want to get your thoughts on that whole thing there.
So obviously hot topic. A lot of us want the keys to our NFTs. We want to be able to do what we want with them. And I think I know what he was going to say here before he said it, but let's get into it. Let's see what he says.
Yeah. So a couple things. When we first got into this industry, and in 2017, when we were raising funds, the only other competitors out there, in my memory, was Dapper, which people know they do CryptoKitties back then, and there was Rarible, there was OpenSea, and there was a couple other players just starting, and there's us. So then when we thought about what we want to build the app, and the app really needed to be similar to what Amazon, eBay, these type of online, and have a marketplace where people can trade and sell, because back then there was only OpenSea, and OpenSea was not interoperable with the chain that we were on.
So I want to clear something up here, because there's a lot of people talking on Twitter and saying that David Yu saying that they want to be interoperable on eBay, on Amazon. That's not what he's saying here. What he's saying here is that when they first started up, there's these types of marketplaces that existed, and this is the model that they wanted Vivi to be like. So they want Vivi to be like Amazon, like eBay. He's not saying he wanted his interoperability to be through Amazon and through eBay, because I'm seeing that confusion in the Twitterverse and all that stuff, and that's not what he said there. What he said there is that's how he wanted his platform to be structured. And he's just giving comparables, saying OpenSea is like really the only ones with Rarible and a couple other ones.
So we kind of had to build a marketplace and roll it out. And then as when we launched the app, we never thought, we will be the overwhelmed demand. And then halfway through, we switched to the layer 2 Ethereum from the Go chain on IMX. And we kind of knew IMX is always going to be interoperable. Where we thought about the security aspect is not just about the hacking side of it. We think of 3 to 4 things. Around 20 to 25% of the customers in Vivi are probably very digital, NFT, crypto centric. They understand what a private key is. They understand all that aspect of it, the address. We wanted to ensure that the mass market is well educated enough for them to hold on to this, because what's going to happen is our customer service is going to be helping people to go, well, you send it to the wrong address. You send
Oh
it
my
to the
God.
I don't agree here. I don't think that it's your job or your responsibility to tell people how to keep their stuff safe. I think that there's a bunch of other things in the real world that people own, that if they don't protect it properly, they don't do the research on how to hold something. You don't put your jewelry out in the middle of the street or on your balcony. You put it away safe somewhere, right? So if you know that something is worth money, you should be doing your own research to figure out how to store it. I don't buy it that only 20-30% of the people are crypto based, so that's the only people who know about that. Listen, you give people the option. They can keep things exactly how they are. Keep them on the app. Keep it exactly how it is. You guys are taking care of it. You're giving them the custody. But having the option to have interoperability for the people who do understand it, I think that's a no-brainer. And I think it should be active. I don't buy this excuse. So let's keep going.
You're right. I never thought about that.
And that was always going to be one key issue. And number 2 was we thought about, well, what is the user going to do if there's going to be any good? They can't use the AR and OpenSea. There's no function on that. But sure, you're going to see the metadata. You're going to see the image. So that was 2. And then we looked at...
That's another one. Why? Who cares? If you take it off, you know what you're doing. You're taking it off Vivi. You're not going to have access to certain features. If anything, it's good for them not to have those access, because if you want people to keep stuff in your ecosystem, this is better. Like let them take it off and realize that they can't do anything with it, but let them make that choice. You got to let the user make their own choices. Like you're making the decisions for them on their assets, on what they've purchased with their money. Like it's not, that's what people are so upset about. Like I understand where you're coming from. You don't want people to screw up, but at the same time, is that your call?
OpenSea, and you probably will notice that a lot of these self-user created, they do create licensed images. So you'll find copies of our Vivi NFT that we done for Disney on OpenSea with a fake account and fake type of collectible that almost look like the collectible that we done. If not, sometimes it's just a copy and rip off the photo and selling that. So we had to work with
top collectibles, Pokemon cards. You got Nike shoes. You got anything that people want. You're gonna find people making fakes of. If anything, it's almost like it's giving you credit that you've done a good job. At the same time, you have to have things in place that people can tell the difference between fake and real. Or if people take it off and they want to bring it back on, you're able to identify token IDs that can help bring them back on and legitimize it. I mean, this should be something that we can take care of. I mean, there are fakes for everything in the real collecting world. So again, another excuse that I just don't buy. I don't think it's a good enough excuse not to have interoperability. I think people pay for things. They should be able to own them, and they should be able to do what they please with it. And if there's other people faking it out there and making fake stuff on OpenSea, that's another game that you got to play, because these are assets. They're things that, or at least that's how they've been described to us. Until we own them, until we have the keys or the potential to have the keys, like I said, you can always have the option, keep them on Vivi. If you take them off, you're at your own risk. Put a big disclaimer, big letters, size 100 font. Tell me, I can't take it off. If you take it off, you're at your own risk. If you lose it, don't call us. Don't text us. Don't email us. Don't send us a ticket. It will be discarded. And that's it. And you put a drop down in your help menu. What are you contacting us about? I lost my NFT. And then you respond, auto reply, You took it off. Too bad. See you later. I don't know. Keep it going.
Our licensors to contact OpenSea to start getting them to police and, you know, get their users to take things down. So that's the process that's going through, number 2. And the third side of thing is we want to ensure that we have other utility value. And this is one of the things that we're going to be bringing out the Viviverse, at the home that we're going to be launching as stage 1 or phase 1, we call it, where users will be able to bring those NFT into their home and really use it. And what we're going to be seeing from there is we're going to be open, more interoperable. So users can take the NFT to the metaverse. They can be taking their OpenSea collectibles into that metaverse as well.
So to me, this is saying you can bring everything in, but you're not going to take our stuff out. I never got from any of this conversation that you're going to be able to take your stuff out. If you are, I don't know where he said it exactly, but I've listened to this a couple times now, and I'm getting the same vibes. It's you can take your OpenSea stuff in, and that's what we understand before. And there was a vetting process, and the people are going to review it to make sure that it doesn't have any IP infringement and all that stuff. So that's cool. I like that. And I like the idea that he wants to make them have more utility in the ecosystem. But again, same time, let people take it off, put it in their wallet, keep it safe in case something happens, in case they want it, let them sell it wherever they want. Like, who cares? Why does it have to be sold through the Vivi ecosystem? I will never get it. Like, if I buy a Pokemon card, I can go Facebook Marketplace and I could sell that, and I can go anywhere. I go Craigslist. I can go Amazon, like any of these places I can sell my stuff. I can go to eBay, I can sell my stuff. I can go to, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the part that doesn't make sense. And this is the part that pisses a lot of people off. And this is why you got a lot of separation in your community. Like you're laying it out in this talk here about all the reasons why you don't want to do it. But none of them for me are good enough. They're not good enough reasons for no interoperability. You give people the option, you let them take the risk. And if something happens to their stuff, you tell them too bad, see you later. But if it happens to their stuff while it's in your custody, that's a different story. Why do you got to fight the battles? When it comes off, you put a big red banner, you tell them, you told people don't buy off-app gems, they stop buying off-app gems. And if they are buying them and you figure it out, you ban them, you call them fraudulent, shut down their accounts. Like there's systems in place for that. Why can't there be systems in place for this other stuff? So this was something that really grinded my gears. So I needed to chat about it. I need to talk about it because I don't think it's acceptable. And when things I don't really like that are happening, I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to bring it up. And hopefully some of you guys who feel the same way, maybe you guys share it out, and maybe Vivi will reach out or rethink the idea of interoperability, because I think it's a big deal. And I think that it's maybe deterring a lot of users, which maybe it's not understood as much as maybe we understand it, because we're reading comments every day and seeing what you guys really, really want. So that's what I have to say about that. There's a couple other things that were in that interview that maybe I was on the fence about, but maybe we'll save that for another video. This one's running a little bit long. But yeah, if you guys agreed with me, let me know in the comments. If you disagreed, let me know in the comments. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I love having constructive conversations with you guys. You guys are always bringing up great ideas, great facts. And this one here, I mean, that was a great interview. Shout out to David for going on with Matt Gondek and chatting about the project. I really love the beginning too as well. He was talking about the history of the Vivi. Said even in the future they might have a documentary, so that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll make a cameo. Guys, if you're new here, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification. You know whenever we post. You can also become a VIP member. $2.99 a month. Hit the join button. Get all the perks. Thank you guys for sticking with me to the end, and we'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye.